Well, folks, you might wonder how it is that very, very young people in the Gaza Strip or in Judea and Samaria, the so-called West Bank, why those people hate the Jews so much. And the answer is they've been told to hate the Jews since literally they were born. These are cartoons from Palestinian television. And you may notice the presence of a figure who looks an awful lot like Mickey Mouse. This should be Farful Mouse, who is encouraging small Palestinian children to murder Jews. So here's just some clips from Palestinian TV, again, directed at small children. So you wonder how it is that you have a bunch of very young men who are seeking to kill Jewish babies in their cribs. The answer is they're indoctrinated from the time that they are babies in this idea, because Hamas is sick. The Palestinian Authority is a sick organization. Islamic Jihad is sick. Okay, here, again, this is how education goes in the Palestinian areas. Yeah, this is a mouse, or it's actually a giant bee, saying, Rowan, I want you to pick up a stone, and when the Jews come, to take it and throw it. Here's a cartoon of a small Palestinian child shooting at the Jews and dropping Jewish stars on the, these are cartoon characters, and dropping Jewish stars on the Israeli soldiers. This is another children's cartoon. Oh, Allah, support our brothers in Gaza and destroy the Jews. These are all animated shows for obviously small kids. And there is a devilish character holding a Jewish star. Okay, how about this one? Palestinian children playing a great game. This is a small child here saying, "O sons of Zion, O the most evil of creatures, O barbaric apes." You can hear the voice, it's like a 5-year-old. Jerusalem rejects you and vomits your filth. These are a choir of small children. O explosive device of glory, with her blood she created freedom. Ask suicide bomber Fatima al-Najjar how one should live a life of pride. These kids are like 5, 6, 7 years old who are singing this. This is all on Palestinian TV. Now, have you ever seen anything like that on your TV? Like for your kids? American educational TV for kids is garbage. But have you ever seen anything like that? Like murder your enemies? Murder the Jews? It ain't on Israeli TV either. This is how you also end up with, video of Palestinian children playing a game they like to call Stab the Jew. This is nice stuff here. See, this kid who is coming out of the woodwork and acting. They literally are play acting. They have kids who are pretending to be Jewish, and a kid who comes along that they get themselves some yarmulkes so they can dress like that. And a kid jumps out and shouts, "Stab the Jew." This is a nice Palestinian game for children. They have Palestinian terror training camps for young boys. Here's what they explain about what they teach them at summer camp.
We did not come here to enjoy ourselves or to play or anything like that. We came with our souls.
These are small kids, like 10, 11.
Martyrs, and are wounded to sacrifice ourselves for Palestine and for our people.
This promotional video urges students from primary school, high school, and college to participate. In the camp, target practice involves AK-47s, anti-tank weapons, and video simulations.
So that in the next phase, Allah willing, these boys will be able to confront the plundering enemy and disfigure its face in the next war.
Okay, here are children from the Palestinian Authority areas and Hamas areas bragging about the value of killing Jews. This kid says, yes, they teach us that the Zionists are our enemy. This is a kid at a UNRWA school, a school run by the UN. This is in East Jerusalem, and we must fight them. They teach us that Jews are terrorists. At school, they teach us about Jews. They teach us that they are bad people. They killed our young. They teach us in school that Jews are fickle, bad people. I am ready to stab a Jew and drive a car over them. I will fight. These kids are like 7, 8, 9 years old. I will ram a car into them, the Jews. This kid's maybe 13. We have to constantly stab them. Drive over them and shoot them, the Jews. Stabbing and running over Jews brings dignity to the Palestinians. Kids maybe 12, 13. I'm going to run over them and stab them with knives. Again, this is in East Jerusalem. Okay, so you wonder why Ron DeSantis is saying maybe we shouldn't import lots of these refugees. Maybe it's because of that. As a Daily Wire listener, you're not just informed, you're obviously engaged as well. You value freedom and personal responsibility. That's just one reason you need to check out MediShare. MediShare is a community-based approach to healthcare that lines up with principles you believe in. Your values matter, and with MediShare, your healthcare dollars won't be used for medical procedures that don't line up with your beliefs. Medishare is the highest rated healthcare sharing ministry with a 30-year proven track record. It's not health insurance. It's a community of 400,000 believers committed to caring and sharing with one another. Members save up to 50% or more on their monthly healthcare costs. Member satisfaction surveys show they like Medishare much more than health insurance. Why? Well, because it works. For a limited time, Daily Wire listeners receive a $150 gift card when they join Medishare. To find out more, go to medishare.com/Ben. That's medishare.com/Ben. Terms and conditions apply. Again, this is a healthcare sharing ministry, 30 years of proven track record. It's a community of people who are like-minded, who get together to defray healthcare costs. Go check them out right now. They're doing great work. Go to medishare.com/Ben, and Daily Wire listeners receive that $150 gift card when they join them. Let's talk about window replacement for a second. Take a break. Talk about window replacement, okay? For a lot of people, it isn't something that you want to do. It's something you have to get done. Have you put off replacing the windows in your home because it's too expensive? I have some great news. You can get a free in-home window consultation and a free quote from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen's signature service. It's committed to giving you the best customer service experience possible, supported by the best people in the industry. Right now, Renewal by Andersen is offering a free in-home or virtual consultation on durable quality, affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 1 year. Text Shapiro to 200-300 for your free consultation and save $375 off every window and $750 off every door. Those savings won't last long. Be sure to check it out. Text Shapiro to 200-300. That's Shapiro to 200-300. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Messaging data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details. It's not as though this is unsubstantiated stuff. The GoPros and the phones that were on the terrorists contain footage from the last attack. They contain footage that actually exists from before the actual attack. And some of that footage has now been released. That footage includes videos of kids who are training for terror. You can see these are kids wearing Hamas operative uniforms. And you can see in the background, some of these kids are what, 13, 14 years old maybe? Wearing like full-on military gear, carrying AK-47s, getting ready to murder some Jews. Right, this kid is maybe 9, and he's carrying a gun and pointing it at the camera while wearing military fatigues. So when Ron DeSantis and the American people, and by the way, most people in the West are like, no, we're not interested in importing a lot of these sorts of folks. That is not racist. That is, why would you want people who abjectly identify as people who hate Jews and want to kill them in your societies? By the way, I mean, there's video that has emerged now from, again, this is put out by Hamas, of cheering Palestinians at Shifa Hospital as rockets are fired on Tel Aviv. This is Shifa Hospital. Again, Hamas famously has planted its headquarters underneath Shifa Hospital so that if Israel wants to strike at it, then they'd have to blow up a hospital. This is their entire thing. They're shouting Allahu Akbar as the rockets fly on Jews. There's also video that has now emerged that you haven't seen yet from these attacks, the horrific terror attack of October 7th. From those terror attacks, it was not all Hamas terrorists. There were civilians, because these borders are extremely close. There were civilians who were literally rushing into the wrecked and charnel house murder houses of these various kibbutzim and communities along the border and stealing things. Like looting it, like you would see in a riot in the United States, like people taking away TVs, people taking away bicycles. I mean, this video of, again, these are not all Hamas terrorists. Some of these people are just like people from Gaza who are arriving to steal things from the Jews now that the Jews are dead. You can see them walking in. Not all these people are armed. A lot of these people are unarmed. They're walking in and they're seeing if they can pick themselves up some nice stuff. Obviously, deep care from these civilians about the Jewish civilians who are just murdered in these places. I mean, if you're near a Jewish village that just got completely ransacked and babies got murdered, why wouldn't you steal some kids' bikes? You can see them riding the kids' bikes over there. And why wouldn't you do that? Why not? Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.